Petru Luhan, Member of the European Parliament. We're here at the European Business Summit and we're obviously discussing a wide range of issues that relate to Europe, the European Union, policy and business. What's your interest in being here today? What's the areas that you're covering?
Well, the last time the business people, they think the connection and the communication between the political and business world is missing, which is true. And we are pretty much encouraging that the people come together and discuss the political frameworks, the legislative frameworks in order to do business properly and to develop quickly. And this is what I would try to do, because I am also a member of the European Parliament and member of the REGI Committee, which is dealing with the very important objective of the European Union, EU 2020, EU of the regions. How could we develop regions cohesively in order to achieve global competitiveness? Because the Lisbon Treaty foresees, for the very first time in the history of the European Union, that the European Union should be looking over the borders for the very first time again. We compete against United States, against China, against India, against Japan. Until last year, Germany was the world leader regarding exports, but China recovered in a very, very short time, a lot.
It's interesting you mention things like EU 2020, obviously with the priorities on competitiveness, innovation and, as you say, regional policy. It's going to be very difficult to ensure that Europe can keep up and maintain a lead. What sort of steps do you think, concrete steps are required to maintain that lead?
First of all, we need to become cohesive within the European Union in order to be able to become competitive at the world level, at the international level. The next step would be to allocate the needed money for a cohesive infrastructure in the whole European Union. Then we need to allocate the structural and cohesion funds for the specificum of the regions, not to try to invent a new tire, but trying to exploit to the maximum the potential of the regions. In this way we will be able to create new jobs and combat the economic and financial crisis at the time, but at the same time we will be able to develop quickly the regions and to achieve this objective of the European Union, which is achieving economic, social and territorial cohesion.
Okay. EU 2020, those goals are very specific. Can we meet them?
EU 2020 is EU of the regions and of economic growth through innovation, research and development, which I pretty much support. Economic growth you can achieve through innovation or through extension of the markets. Extension of the markets, we extended the European Union to the north, to the south, to the southeast now. We have all the important countries on board. We need now to find the proper way to explore all the potential of every single country, first of all, and to generate economic growth, because otherwise China is not going to sleep. The United States is working a lot on research and development and innovation, and we have a very concrete objective that until 2020 we'll allocate 3% of GDP to innovation.
Bearing in mind the crisis, the financial crisis that everybody is so aware of now, is 3% a goal that's realistically going to be achieved?
We have to, because otherwise we are not going to be able to be competitive. And this is very important for the European Union at the time. There is a problem of definition. What means research, development and innovation? What costs do we include in innovation? Also startup costs or not? Because at the time we are far away from this objective.
Yes. I guess the costs also include things like universities, kind of deeper structural changes as well, don't they?
Exactly. Innovation infrastructure is also part of this process, but very important for us that we allocate much more money for creativity, involving people, educating people to do new things, to meet the needs of the labor market, to meet the needs of the consumers, to come with alternative products and services which could be cheaper in order to, let's say, come against the decreasing buying power caused by the economic and financial crisis, because otherwise we have no chance to overcross the economic crisis in a short period of time.
Petru Luhan, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you too.